Next up and last up for new releases, we've got a staple.
This is a topic that kind of been waiting to talk about. Mr.
Drizzy Drake.
October's very own.
He is October's, nobody else's.
Yes.
Yes, a rumored, I think at this point would be fair to say, trio of pairs, maybe more.
And obviously, let's not say that this is the official images yet.
I was going to say, yeah.
But they could be very similar to what we are showing you right now.
So what we're reporting, we're not reporting it, but what Soul Retriever reported, that's
Coming
where we...
to you live.
Yes, welcome. What we read on Soul Retriever, in particular, that's where I found a lot of the information for these and the images, was that these are rumored to be coming out in the next few months.
Holiday
fall,
season.
holiday, and spring next year.
Yes.
And I would imagine, like you said, all of the images we're going to show for these pairs are mock-ups right now. But they did announce that that Drake and his NOCTA brand are going to continue their Air Force One collab that started last year, I believe, maybe 2 years ago.
Maybe I think 2 years ago.
When they released the Certified Lover Boy pair that said on the side, "Love You Forever."
Yes.
That was kind of the main twist. It came with some like charms and stuff, I think, too.
And it says "Love You Forever" on the box as well.
The box was cool.
Box is
Tiffany
cool.
Blue.
I love that touch. It's towards his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a play off of "Look What You've Done." You remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what album that's from, but huge meaning because we love our moms.
Yes, we do.
So and I like the meaning behind that. Not too much of a fan of his other collaborations with Nike, just not my speed.
NOCTA Glide.
The NOCTA Glide, the Hot Step Air Terra, and the Air Zoom Drive, which the Air Zoom Drive has a couple colorways on Nike right now, along with the NOCTA collection of clothes. But this is my favorite model of the designed shoes from Drake.
Yeah, pretty subtle, not a lot of changes.
Yeah.
This is, so the colorways that Soul Retriever announced were Palest Purple, which we've had up here, the Citron
Tint.
Yeah, Citron Tint. So and that's what made me think that these were speculative, because pale purple implies to me more of like a pastel.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a deep purple.
Yeah, really rich purple. And then Citron Tint, same thing.
Yeah.
I would imagine a more pastel-y colorway, and this is a vibrant yellow. And then the pink foam, which this maybe,
there's also an image floating, which is also a mock-up from somebody, but where the whole shoe is pink foam, even the sole. There's no white at all.
Yeah.
The whole shoe is Citron, and the other one Palest Purple.
Well, they did release a pink pair of Air Force Ones for Valentine's Day. Or not for, but I think at the same time. And they had that pair with the rose on it that we covered that we thought was cool.
Those are dope.
And there was like a pink-ish version of that, I believe. But then there was separately a pair that was like a mostly pink pair of Air Force Ones. So
there was even a rumored white and blue tint pair in 2022. Obviously, it never came out. Maybe there's a sample of them out somewhere.
Yeah.
And what's dope about it is that it will be out supposedly in men's sizes, GS and toddler.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So men's sizes would be $130. The grade school would be $65, and the toddlers would be $60. So kind of cool for the whole fam. And since we're talking about that, how do you feel about
he's not like us?
Considering all he went through these last couple months, y'all obviously all know the beef. How do you feel about this being one of his first moves out of the
it definitely
proverbial battle?
It would definitely be a smart move, at least as far as for NOCTA.
Yeah.
Because even if you are like, man, I'm Team Kendrick, I hate Drake, like, I'm never going to listen to Drake's music again, like, I could see people being like, well, I love Air Force Ones, though, and this colorway is sick. So I think it's a pretty safe bet to be a successful collab. I don't know. I we've mentioned, we're Team Kendrick.
Yeah.
But I saw a picture of him at Michael Rubin's white party.
Yeah.
The infamous white parties.
He looks tired.
He looked like Droopy Dog.
That's such a good way to put it.
I will post the picture.
He really does look like Droopy Dog.
I was like, you look haggard, my dude.
So, someone said he looks like he hasn't slept for 10 months.
He doesn't,
you know what I mean?
Dude.
Yeah.
He looks kind of skinny. I'm like,
yeah.
Like,
people are saying starting to look like Dennis, his dad. And if you look at the picture, he really... I've never seen him look more like his dad than in that picture.
And I think, obviously the beef ended now like 2 months ago. Or not ended, but there was no more music being released from either side. But then Kendrick's just been going on a victory lap, man. I mean, the pop out, crazy success, crazy all the guests that were there. YG was there. That was someone that Drake name dropped as like to my LA guy,
my LA friend. Yes. No, he's Kendrick's friend.
He's for Kendrick. And then the video, DeRozan was in it.
Let's take another victory lap.
Basically, essentially. Yeah. And that was like 2 or 3 weeks later after the concert. So it's like Kendrick is just
keeping the foot on the gas.
Yes, and on the neck.
Kind of crazy. And on the Is it safe to say though that whenever Drake does decide to pop out and do something and show something, like when that collab song, these shoes, he was seen at the white party. Is it safe to say seeing him do stuff is kind of like tarnished everything he does from now on?
I think for some people,
because I'll admit it. Sorry, I'll admit it. I'll put on Family Matters because I think it's a great. It was like his
good
best
response. Yeah,
it was his best out of the beef, right? I can't help to think when I listen to it, I'm like, oh man, I think of everything that happened in the last 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's like
it's definitely not the same. That's what I'm saying.
That song "Trophies" came on my playlist the other day, and I was like, I think I gotta skip this. Yeah. I was like,
see,
not right
you see
now.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Even
there'll be a time and place. I think he'll recover, unless there's like a Diddy style raid or like some kind of charge dropped in relation to everything Kendrick alleged.
Yeah.
Then that's when it's like you're done. Everything
done.
You do is done.
Yeah.
But for now, I think Drake's gonna keep being Drake, and that'll be that.
Yeah, I mean, this is just we've seen artists lose battles, but this is one of the toughest battles I think.
It got so personal.
It's personal, and like we said, Kendrick made a hit that will probably continue to keep going.
Yes.
Because Joe Budden and them brought it up. When college football comes around, all the bands are going to be playing this. So we haven't seen the end of Not Like Us or anything yet. You know what I'm saying?
And I think to go back to like Family Matters, that's probably Drake's best response. Mm-hmm. But like even all of that kind of got the stuff he said about Kendrick, because I will give it to Drake on that song in particular.
Yeah,
he was dissing like 3 different dudes, and he did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
of dissing all of them.
Excellent beat choice.
But then when he decides, to talk about Kendrick being a wife beater, and then Kendrick comes out in the Not Like Us video singing and dancing with his kids like it's Ring Around the Rosie, it's like it kind of
nullified.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I guess you're wrong, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of why I guess he took off all the songs on his socials and all that.
Yeah,
but
rough.
I'm glad we were able to talk about that on here. Have not spoken about that beef or anything.
As I told you, I just finished watching the Pop Out, and it's.
Did you finally watch the whole thing?
The whole thing, yeah.
And what did you think?
So
fire,
good.
Right?
So crazy.
I am kind of regretting not going for the tickets. Kind of.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we were there, dude?
Oh, it would have been nuts. Playing Not Like Us 5 times in a row. That was brutal.
And all the LA fans, they're not mad at that.
No.
They probably would have done 10 times.
And especially, he really hammered home his point, because he played it, those first 3 times, he only played it up until the A minor part. That part got repeated literally like 10 times.
One of them, he let the crowd
do the whole thing.
So
crazy.
Shout out Kendrick.
K. Call me.
Also,
bang my line.
Maybe we can do a K. episode with all the collabs that he's on.
Cortez.
Yeah, he has some cool stuff too.
One day, Drake versus Kendrick. Shoes. All right, so that means Thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below.
And if you want to catch our latest episode, click the link down there. And if you want to check the newest copper drop, click the link up there.